Those colonists sure do have some Zerg troubles.
Yeah, it seems like something more than just simple attacks. Well, in any case, Adventures Infinity here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Starcraft 2, Wings of Liberty. Now, this time we're going to be going to the planet Belshir to do some more work for Tosh.
There's a rare gas on Belshir, the Protoss skull, the breath of creation. They think it'd be a gift from their gods. We call it Terra'zine, and it'd be worth a fortune to the right bidder. Of course, those Protoss will kill us if they catch us on their holy ground. Or at least they'll try.
Raiding a Protoss's sacred, resources seems legit. And we're going to get the Goliath. Unfortunately, the Goliath in this mission isn't going to do a whole lot for us.
Here we go. Much prettier than Redstone, yeah?
I don't much like fighting Protoss if I can avoid it.
Not just any old Protoss. Fanatics called the Tal'Darim. They believe the Terra'zine is sacred, a gift from the Xel'Naga.
If these Tal'Darim bring in their air power, they're gonna hammer us. Swan, get the Goliath schematics loaded at the factory. If their anti-air missiles are still any good, we might just pull this off.
All right, cowboy. I'll get the Goliath schematics loaded so we can build more.
How do we get to the Terra'zine?
See those altars? Tal'Darim mystics set him up to collect the Terra'zine. We just need to grab it.
Well, our SCVs will be able to haul the Terra'zine. We just gotta keep them protected. With any luck, we can pick up what we need before the Tal'Darim find us. All right, let's get to it.
Jim, A, I wish you would have given us access to the Goliaths earlier. But B, I don't think the Goliaths are actually going to help us that much in this particular mission. They do the job, but we're going to be going for mostly a Marine medic setup.
Big job, huh?
Alright, Tech Lab, production, go. Okay. Alright, and yeah, like I said, this mission we're going to be going primarily with...
Here are the coordinates for the Terra'zine sites, brother. These should make our lives a little easier.
Our SCVs can pick up Terra'zine canisters and move them. It'll take them a while to disconnect the canister, so make sure you watch out for them.
Absolutely, Swan.
What's going on?
Now, I want to just go ahead and lift off this barracks here. I'm just going to place it right there. Let's start making another Marine. I know I got a tech lab, but whatever. And eventually we're just going to want to get another barracks set up, and we're just going to be pumping out as many SCVs as possible in the shortest amount of time possible. Give me minerals for another medic. I like having at least 2 medics so they can heal each other. There we go. And eventually I'm going to use this factory to make a reactor for the next barracks, so that a barracks doesn't have to waste its own time building a reactor. But for now, it's just going to be a macro game. Okay, Marine. And overall, we are just slow and steady. Alright, second bunker, or not bunker, supply depot. Just in time for us to cap out here. And now I want this thing to make the barracks. Okay.
Incoming transmission.
This land was sacred to the Tal'Darim before Terrans ever reached the stars. You must depart immediately.
Hold on now. We just need some of this gas here, and we'll be long gone before you know it.
No. You shall not defile the breath of creation. Tal'Darim warriors, execute all those who would desecrate our altars.
The Protoss are mobilizing, sir. Looks like they're gonna go after our SCVs when we harvest the Terra'zine. I suggest we only harvest one side at a time and run with a heavy escort.
But that would ruin the fun, Mr. Matthew. Alright.
What's going?
Now I'm gonna fill up this refinery here. We're gonna lift you off, and we're just gonna set you off in the corner because we're not gonna use you again.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terra'zine altar.
Wonderful. Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terra'zine altar, so we can't get at them. If they keep it up, we won't be able to collect enough.
Alright, set that on the reactor. We need more supply depots. We'll get those started. And... okay. Let's have everybody run in. We're going to kill that probe right here. Alright, there we go. Back up. Back the glads up so that they survive. And we're good. Let's grab an SCV to come over here and repair the Goliaths that we do have. No sense in just losing them in a wanton fashion. We're going to call down Marines. And for the most part, the first parts of this mission are going to be pretty much just having... or building up our army and then trying to race the Protoss to stop them from capping the Terra'zine. There's an achievement for not letting them cap any.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terra'zine altar.
Alrighty. And usually once they start capping an altar, you have to respond pretty much right immediately. There we go. And the Protoss, what are these? Scouts? Aren't really going to offer too much in the way of resistance. Okay, and now we're also going to want to get our infantry weapons up and ready to go. I got a third barracks on top of the tech lab that we started out with, and let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple of these guys. There we go. Fire bats will be decent against the zealots. Okay, the other achievement for this particular run here is going to be playing the game with that, or playing through the mission without losing an SCV. So, not a good idea to have SCVs running with your army the whole time if you're looking for that achievement. But that should be pretty simple to do, and we're going to immediately fill these guys up.
Additional supply depots.
And we're going to get some more supply depots.
What's going on?
Okay. We should be able to get the achievements.
Additional supply. Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terra'zine altar.
We should be able to get the achievements even with, even on Brutal. If we're careful. It just might take a while. SCV, go back. Okay, we're going to have these guys attack up here. I made a couple Reapers by mistake because I mix up the hotkeys, but it's alright. Now attack into there. I'm going to have our SCV here make at least one bunker. And now I want to be able to select the... You want to make sure you have an eye on the probe at all times. Okay. Now, start some Marauders. Hello. Run away. Interesting that we managed to get both of the Void Rays up here. Huh. Cool. Alright. Medics. And supply depots. Lots and lots of supply depots. Okay. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save the game. So we're going to go mid-mission 8. And I want to save it at the 10-minute mark. I don't want to do saving and reloading too often, but because I'm trying to do a strategy that will get you the achievements.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terra'zine altar.
I want to actually make things manageable. And there's just no way I'm going to be able to do all the missions in a manageable fashion without resorting to reloading at least a little bit. Okay, so now I want to go up here, hurry everyone back, because we're going to get raided here in a second. And I want the good Marines in here, along with a Marauder in that bunker. Okay. Let's make a few more bunkers, call down some more War Pig mercenaries. Okay. Call the SCV back, because we don't want him dying. But yeah, I wanted the bunker because of the Templar right there. Oh, the SCV accidentally became my control group 3. Okay, now we're just going to keep making more units. Actually, we don't need more SCVs. And yeah, we're playing a pretty passive game, but it's because I just want to build up an army and take as few losses as possible.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terra'zine altar.
Okay, we need to move out quickly for this. And I might have actually been a little too late. This might call for a bit of a restart, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so these guys are going to be control group 1. Move, move, move. Might just want them to suicide run the worker. There we go. Kill that Colossus before it finishes warping in. Doesn't have warp in animation because usually they can't warp in. Okay. Marauders, Marines, Medics, Marines as well. Okay. And this group should be able to fight down this way through this base here. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Boom, boom, boom. If you have a choice between fighting the cannon and the pylon, and the cannon's gonna fire at you anyway, just fight the cannon because it has less health than the pylon. Okay. Call down mercenaries. Our supply isn't... Whoa! Darn Templars. Yeah, that happens. But, oh well, what can you do?
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terra'zine altar.
Alright, let's grab the entire army. I'm glad I saved the mercenary dudes. Okay, so now that we got this for the most part done, I want to quickly get this raid taken care of. Okay, SSAA. Usually medics are on E instead of S, but again, I have hotkeys changed around. Follow what's appropriate for you. Alright, now we're actually going to harvest some Terra'zine. This is going to prompt the Tal'Darim to attack us. Okay, Marauders, Marines. More Marauders, Marines. And we don't need supply depots again for a while. We're almost out of room for calling units down, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Let's also make a couple turrets, but then have the SCV go back to work. We already lost our Goliath, so nerds to that. Let's make some supply depots so I don't forget them later.
Yes, sir. I've got the first canister on hook, sir. I'll take it to the nearest command center. You got me.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terra'zine altar.
Good job. That's the first canister filled.
Alright. And this next run, we'll be able to get a little nuts. Haha. Okay, so let's get rid of these guys right quick. Move the army closer so that they can actually attack everything. Alright. Now, let's go back this way. Wandering through here. And I actually want to collect a few SCVs to come over here. Okay, now run up here. We want to take out that pylon immediately. Boom. Good to go. We do need more medics. Medics. Alright, we're gonna take these 3 Terra'zine places at the same time.
What's going on?
Risky, but lucrative.
Bold move, Mr. Raynor. Collecting Terra'zine from 2 places at once.
Sure, it's gonna be harder to keep the Tal'Darim off our backs, but the quicker we're done here, the sooner we can get off this rock.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terra'zine altar. Incoming transmission.
You shall not steal the breath of creation so easily.
Careful. They're sending their ships to take out your SCVs. Shoot them down quick, or we're finished.
The doctor is in.
DDAA.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay. Oh. Get him.
Looking forward.
Haha. We stopped him.
Better send some body bags.
3 down. You're doing great. Keep it up.
That's over half the canisters you wanted.
Mineral field
Okay.
depleted.
Yeah, a little derp with the bunker over here, but we're honestly fine.
What's going on?
Okay.
Mineral field.
Now, we've been collecting Protoss relics. That's our Protoss research this time around. Okay, we are actually out of mineable stuff over here. So we're going to be taking a little bit of a risk, but we should be fine. At this point, 20-minute mark, I'm also going to save mid-mission here, just to protect our investment of being able to get the achievements.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terra'zine altar.
Alright, so yeah, I just hit F2 to select the whole army, and then I attacked on the map. You can give your units orders to attack on the map. Now, I want to attack the little probe right here. Sometimes you have to zoom in to really see them. So you might want to line up that attack ahead of time. Let's focus down the Colossus so that it doesn't splash damage my guys down. Okay. Okay.
What's going on?
There we go. These guys, I really don't want them moving all the way back. We're good as far as gas goes, but
In the rear with the gear.
let's
You scared me.
give them something productive to do. And now we're gonna bring our guys up here. We're gonna have the barracks. We're gonna salvage these bunkers, by the way. We're gonna have the barracks go back up here, and we're actually gonna just go full tilt Marines because I think we already have plenty of Marauders, and you want to go more air than ground.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terra'zine altar.
All right, we got nailed by a Templar, but whatever. We're still good as far as actual survivability goes. Actually, we kind of got nailed with that one. Okay. We're going to want to get more medics back, which I already have on the way. Also, we're going to want to go this way, but in between attacks.
Why not?
And get this area done. Now let's hurry up and run in here.
Got it.
Take out the pylon. Good. Have this Marauder grab the last Protoss relic, and all of a sudden a bunch, or not a bunch, but some Void Rays show up. Let's cause this guy to get out here. Okay. Medics, Marines, medics, Marines. Good, good. Okay. Gonna save one more time. I'm surprised I haven't had to reload yet. But after the next attack, we're gonna, which looks like it's gonna happen right now. After this, we're gonna actually... Ooh, Marauders! Focus down the Colossus. Boom. Alright, let's go whole ham right here. And we're gonna have one SCV, grab that Terra'zine. One grab this one grab this one. All the Protoss come from the same direction, so you don't really have to worry about them, attacking multiple SCVs all at once.
I'm on it.
These reckless Terrans must be stopped. Slay them all.
Okay, come on, come on, come on. We can hold them off. Aha! I've got your number. Good to go, good to go, good to go. More Marines, we got medics fine. All Marauders, focus fire. Okay. We got it, we got it.
You and your radar sure can walk the walk. We just need one more canister.
Haha! Yes!
That's the last canister. I think we've outstayed our welcome, boys.
And with that, we should... Yes! Alright, everything on Brutal. Yeah, Goliath's not that great this mission, but once we get their armory upgrades, they're actually kind of nice. So, welcome to the jungle, which is of course the name of this mission. Just get it for completing it. Appetite for Destruction, lose no SCVs to the enemy army, so it's actually kind of annoying if you go Goliaths, because then you usually want SCVs to kind of help repair them on the field, and thus you start losing SCVs with that. And then it's so easy, prevent the Protoss from capping a Tal'Darim altar. We were very close to losing one, but Terra'zine Shrine sealed, 0. I think there's 13 on the map, so 7 of them being capped would have left 6, which is why that's the failure condition. Now, there is one more achievement, and it's for doing it on normal, and it's actually a feat of strength. Alright, so, to bring you guys back up to speed, I decided to change up the strategy just a little bit, but not too much. And this time I decided to actually use Goliaths, because I want to show what their base power is. And I've been running off of one factory, and then as soon as I was able to afford it, off of 2. I'm just barely making the 3rd factory here after the 20-minute mark. And in normal difficulty, it makes this a lot easier. Especially with 3 SCVs just wandering around, ready to repair once I bring the army back. So you just go wreck things and then have everybody come back and have all the SCVs repair everything. Now, one of the problems with Goliaths, at least when you first get them, is that they take 3 supply. It's actually quite a bit. But it does mean you also fill up your army rather fast. But now I've actually just barely maxed out the army. Actually, I want to kill the things. I want to get... Stop. There we go. I want to let the SCVs repair everything. And we're good. Okay. And over here, I'm going to have these SCVs build us a bunch of turrets. And a couple bunkers, why not? And then go over here and patrol just to keep the area covered. And I'm just going to grab this once again. Aha, there it is. I also wanted to find a little Easter egg. The Murloc Marine. Biological. Little goofy thing right there. The Murloc, for those that don't know, is a little wimp trash creature from the world of World of Warcraft canon. So, yeah, rather infamous for being the little twerps that they are. But for this, what is it, Feat of Strength achievement, you actually need to go up here to the top of the map, and I'm gonna kind of walk everybody in. At this point, we're maxed out, and we actually have enough production that we can keep building off of this. Okay, I want to grab a little bit of the army and attack any High Templar that I see. There we go. And overall, just let my army go to waste, because the achievement is actually getting or killing all the Protoss structures. You're usually not meant to. If this was still brutal difficulty, this would have been impossible. I'm on normal, making things a lot easier, and thankfully the achievement only requires normal. I'm sure there's some masochists out there that do this on brutal, but I'm not one of them. I just like doing the amount of challenge that the achievements meter out. Grab all these things. If you forget anything, the probes will rebuild them. And it's funny because the probes will rebuild them in the exact same position that all the buildings were in previously. Hello. Well, sucks to be you guys. Get that turret repaired. Ah, we got it. Okay. But yeah, that's us. That should be it. And I've gotten all of the Protoss relics around, so we should be fine. I like that the Templars on normal don't do anything.
Tal'Darim just can't stand up to our firepower. They're in full retreat. Well done, sir.
You so crazy.
That's the last canister. I think we've out.
Alright, so there we go. That does it for this particular mission. I was actually struggling to find a way to do that in one run while still keeping it replicable. But once I switched to doing Marines for the brutal run, it all kind of came together. And I like Tosh's reference halfway through the mission when he said bold move, because Kerrigan would say that all the time in the original Starcraft games. Alright.
Sir, I received an encrypted transmission from an untraceable source. It claims that Tosh here was part of a classified operation called Project Shadowblade. They used Jorium and Terra'zine to enhance ghost powers.
It's true. We are called Spectres. Next generation ghosts.
And you were gonna tell me all this when?
We all have our secrets, Mr. Raynor. Doesn't mean I'm any threat to you.
Maybe not. But whoever sent this message could be. Matt, any way to verify the transmission?
No, sir. But it does end with, I'll be in touch soon.
It's Mengsk, trying to turn us against each other. Don't let him.
I'll let it lie for now. At least till I find out who sent this transmission. But I'll be keeping an eye on you, Tosh.
You can try.
I like how he's like, it's true. Not even trying to hide it. At midnight in the cantina. That'll end well. Now, why don't we elaborate on that, Tosh?
Still don't trust me, brother. Until you decide, ain't nothing to discuss.
Well, we ain't gonna decide for a while.
That Tosh is a whack job, Jimmy. Spends all his time muttering and playing around with those damn dolls of his.
Well, I need someone to balance out your sophistication and good manners.
The guy ain't riding ahead, brother. I can appreciate some good honest craziness. But that guy, he's got something broke inside.
I didn't know you were a psychiatrist, Tychus. But yeah, what he's referring to is, if you look closely, Tosh does have, like, voodoo dolls hanging around his neck. I guess more so lending to the Jamaican stereotype.
Lots of folks ready to fight. For the right price.
For the right price. We get another hero unit, the Goliath. Grabbing that immediately. Or I guess not hero unit, mercenary unit. It's another call down. It's amazing. And also a unit that we can call down without needing a factory, which is the other cool part of that.
I repeat, death toll is in the thousands. A Dominion weapons plant exploded hours ago, causing a chain reaction that has taken out several housing complexes in this working-class neighborhood. Dominion security forces claim it was an act of terror by the notorious Jim Raynor, but our own investigations suggest that the plant must have been infiltrated by forces with sophisticated stealth technologies. It begs the question, could some of the Dominion's ghost operatives have gone rogue? For UNN, this is Kate Lockwell reporting from the core world, Nephor 2.
Finally, an unbiased episode. Makes me wonder if Tosh had anything to do with that. I mean, he was here, but can you really trust the guy? Alrighty. Again, nothing in the armory. It just so happens we did all the non-armory units first.
So we're pirates ourselves these days. Hey, Kaczynski, got any rum? Arr.
You're funny, Swan. Never change. Alright, now let's look at the Goliath upgrades. These I actually like. So the first one, and I think the bigger one, multi-lock weapon system. The Goliath can fire air and ground units simultaneously. So that's where they can get a lot of damage output. I'm actually going to get those. And then the Ares class targeting system. 3 range on the missiles, 1 range on the cannons. Again, really takes it out of that sort of like awkward range or where you were seeing in the last episode they were really like bunching up. So yeah, I'm going to fully upgrade these guys. And yeah, if I haven't gotten it already, I don't plan on getting it. Usually Marine medic balls, along with some Marauders, are like the bread and butter of the Terran army and do fantastically. But in the few situations that I'm going to use them, you don't really need any of this, and I want to save money for other things. Alright, now go to the lab. Miss Hansen has something for us.
I've run a few tests on the Terra'zine gas like you asked. It's clearly related to Vespene gas, but there are some very exotic organics added into the mix.
Any guesses what it's used for?
Well, it would definitely affect brain chemistry, so it could be used as some kind of drug or stimulant, I suppose.
Drugs, huh? That's just wonderful.
Great. Just great. Well, it already kind of confirms what Tosh admitted to. What's with the staticky orb in the Protoss tank? The crystal is growing, and it appears to have some sort of antimatter? Gravitational anomaly? Non-standard phenomenon? Hovering over it? I'm now convinced that the crystal is drawing power from the ship, but in ways so subtle as to be undetectable. It is non-organic, but has a molecular structure as diverse and complex as any organisms. It's developed an intricate matrix that makes it tough and surprisingly flexible. An alloy based on this crystal would have impressive damage mitigation. The structure of this matrix also suggests some sort of energy storage system. There might be something to this. The Protoss are so far beyond us, we must seem amoeboid to them. It's sentient graphene! And what does that get for us? We get our first Protoss upgrade, where we can choose between ultra capacitors. Makes it so each time we research an attack upgrade, we'll increase our base damage further and our attack speed, or vanadium plating, where if we get the armor upgrades, it'll increase our life by 5% and increase armor. Now, when you think about that, and you're able to upgrade to +3 by the end of the game, so researching the upgrade 3 times, it actually makes for some compelling endgame kind of bonuses. For this campaign, I'm going to go with ultra capacitors. Again, on my practice campaign, I went with vanadium plating to kind of be able to show some variety here and there. But yeah, I think being able to attack faster and get rid of your enemy's guns more quickly, in the end ends up with a bit more of an advantage. I wanted to say like advantageon or something, but that wouldn't make sense. Anyway, ultra capacitors, we get attack speed. 3 more Protoss research and we'll already have the second one. The second research level. And I think that's about it. We've been to the cantina, armory, laboratory. We're good. I'm going to check the cantina one more time, because sometimes I miss stuff that's up on this wall. Yeah, I think we're good. Not going to be messing with the arcade until much later. Alright, bridge. Matthew Horner?
What do you make of that encrypted message, Matt?
I honestly don't know, sir. If Tosh really is one of these specters, it's clear Mengsk would try to ruin your partnership. But Tosh isn't telling us everything. If we're going to win this revolution...
I know. We have to be sure of our allies.
Can't go fighting a revolution with people staring at your back.
What do you make of that?
Alright, it's the same thing. But next time, we choose between Tarsonis and Zeal. But until then, this is Adventures Infinity signing out. Take it easy.